Let me tell you the greatest lie ever told to the American worker. It goes like this. Go to school, get a good job, work hard for 40 years, and then you can retire in comfort. This is the social contract you were raised to believe in. But look around you. Look at the 70-year-olds bagging groceries or driving Ubers, their eyes dim with exhaustion. Are they living the dream, or are they victims of a grand deception? The truth is brutal, and it's time someone said it to your face. Your salary is not a path to wealth. It is a subscription to a lifestyle that keeps you just above water. It is a drug designed to keep you compliant, comfortable, and terrified of losing it. The math of retiring on a salary alone is broken. It does not work in the economy of 2026. Inflation is vaporizing your savings faster than you can accumulate them. Healthcare costs are a black hole that will swallow your nest egg in a single crisis. And the system that promised to take care of you, pensions, Social Security, is crumbling before your eyes. If you are relying on a paycheck to fund your golden years, you are marching towards a cliff. I'm George Stelling, and today we are shattering the salary delusion through the prosperity prism. I'm going to show you why your job is actually the biggest obstacle to your freedom. And I'm going to show you the only escape route left. The vault is open, and the clock is ticking on your future. What is a salary, really? It is a bribe. It is the price your employer pays to buy your dreams, your energy, and the best hours of your day. They pay you just enough so you won't quit, but never enough so you can become free. Think about it. If they paid you enough to become wealthy, you wouldn't need them anymore. The system is designed to keep you dependent. Your salary comes with a lifestyle tax. The moment you get a raise, society tells you to upgrade your car, your house, your clothes. You run faster on the treadmill, but you never gain any ground. You are rich in income, but poor in assets. Furthermore, your salary is the most heavily taxed income on the planet. Before you even see a dime, the government takes its cut. Then you pay sales tax, property tax, and inflation tax with what's left. You are working for the government until May and for your bank until September. You only get to keep the scraps at the end of the year. You cannot build a fortress on scraps. The elite know this. They don't want salaries. They want equity, dividends, and capital gains, income that is taxed lower and grows faster. Your paycheck is not your friend. It is the leash that ties you to the treadmill. For your grandparents, the social contract was real. They had defined benefit pensions. They worked for a corporation for 30 years, and the corporation guaranteed them a paycheck for life until they died. That world is gone. It was murdered in the 1980s and 90s. Corporations realized that paying for your retirement was too expensive and hurt their stock price. So they executed the Great Risk Transfer. They replaced pensions with 401ks and told you it was for your own good. They handed you a chaotic, volatile stock market and said, "Good luck, don't screw it up." Suddenly you, a person with no financial training, became responsible for managing a multi-decade investment portfolio. It was a massive dumping of liability from their balance sheet onto yours. At the same time, Social Security has become a national Ponzi scheme, paying out more than it takes in. By the time you need it, it will likely be means-tested, delayed, or paid in dollars that are worth pennies. The safety net has been cut. You are walking the tightrope alone. If you fall, there is nobody there to catch you. To continue relying on the system to save you is a form of insanity. You must become your own pension fund. Why do intelligent people cling to their salaries even when they know the math doesn't work? Because the paycheck is an addiction. It is a predictable, steady drip of dopamine that calms your anxiety about survival. We are conditioned from birth, by school, by parents, by society, to be good employees. We are taught to follow orders, sit still, and wait for the bell to ring. We are terrified of the unknown world of investing and ownership. The media keeps you scared with headlines about market crashes and recessions, so you hunker down, cling to your job, and hope for the best. This is the employee mindset, and it is a poverty mindset. It values perceived security over actual freedom. But what is secure about having one single source of income that can be cut off by a boss in a bad mood? That is not security, that is extreme fragility. True security comes from having multiple streams of income that don't depend on your physical presence. You must break the psychological addiction to the steady drip. You must learn to tolerate the short-term volatility of becoming an owner for the long-term stability of being wealthy. The pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. Here is the fundamental truth that will save you. You have two types of capital. Type 1 is human capital. This is your ability to work, your brains, your hands, your energy. When you are young, your human capital is high. You can work long hours and recover quickly. But human capital is a depreciating asset. Every year, you get older, slower, and more tired. Eventually, your human capital will hit zero. You will not be able to work. Type 2 is financial capital. This is money invested in productive assets. Financial capital is an immortal asset. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't get sick, and it can live forever. In fact, if managed correctly, it gets stronger and bigger over time. The entire game of wealth is to convert your mortal human capital into immortal financial capital before your body runs out of gas. A salary is just the tool you use to perform this conversion. Most people fail because they consume their human capital. They spend their salary on liabilities that rot. They reach the end of their working lives. Their human capital is gone, and they have zero financial capital to show for it. This is why they end up as greeters at Walmart. They have no choice but to keep selling the last dregs of their labor. The great pivot is the moment you realize your job is not your life. It is a temporary engine to build your real life. So, how do you execute the conversion? You need a protocol. You must impose a freedom tax on yourself. Before you pay your landlord, before you pay the bank for your car, before you buy groceries, you pay your future self. This is not saving. Saving is what you do for a rainy day. This is capital deployment. You must ruthlessly take a percentage of your salary, at least 20%, ideally more, and convert it into assets immediately. Automate it so you never see the money. If you see it, you will spend it. You have to learn to live on the remaining 80%. If you can't live on 80% of your income, you don't have an income problem. You have a lifestyle problem. You are living a lie, pretending to be richer than you are. Cut the cable, sell the car, downsize the house, do whatever it takes to free up that capital. Your future dignity depends on the size of the conversion rate you establish today. Every dollar you deploy is a soldier that will fight for you when you are too old to fight for yourself. Don't send your soldiers on a suicide mission to buy consumer trash. Deploy them into the fortress of assets. Let's look at the arithmetic of retirement. It's terrifying. Let's say you make $100,000 a year and you want to maintain that lifestyle in retirement. Financial planners used to use the 4% rule. You need a nest egg 25 times your annual expenses. So, to generate $100K a year, you need $2.5 million invested. Do you have $2.5 million? Are on track to get it? And here's the kicker. The 4% rule might be dead. In a world of low interest rates and high inflation, it might be the 3% rule. That means you need $3.3 million just to stay where you are today. And that's in today's dollars. In 20 years, inflation will cut the value of that money in half. So you might need 5 million or 6 million just to live a middle-class existence. Do you see now why your salary can't get you there? You cannot save your way to 5 million by putting away a few $100 a month. The gap between what you can save from a salary and what you need is an ocean. The only bridge across that ocean is compound growth. You need your money to multiply. You need it to double, then double again, then double again. A salary is addition. Wealth is multiplication. You will never reach the destination using addition alone. The only way to solve the equation is to become an owner. You must stop being the person who buys the products and start being the person who owns the companies that sell them. You must stop being the tenant and start being the landlord. Ownership is the only hedge against inflation. When prices go up, the owner's profits go up. When you own a broad market index fund, you own a slice of the entire global economy. You are betting on the fact that billions of people will wake up tomorrow and want to buy things. As long as that keeps happening, the companies you own will make money, and they will pass that money to you. This is how you build the immortal financial capital. You don't need to be a genius stock picker. You don't need to start the next Amazon. You just need the discipline to buy a piece of the machine every single month and never sell it. Over decades, the machine will do the heavy lifting. It will turn your thousands into millions. It will build the bridge across the gap. Your salary is the seed. Ownership is the fertile soil. Without the soil, the seed dies. On your journey from employee to owner, there are traps designed to stop you. The biggest one is procrastination. Time is the most important variable in the compounding formula. $1 invested at 25 is worth 10 times more than $1 invested at 45. Every year you wait, you are lighting your future freedom on fire. The second trap is cashing out early. You change jobs and you cash out your 401k to pay off debt or buy a car. This is financial suicide. You are killing your capital soldiers before they have a chance to multiply. You pay taxes, penalties, and you reset the compounding clock back to zero. Never ever touch the principal. The third trap is believing the company loves you. Your company does not love you. You are a line item on a spreadsheet. If they can increase profits by firing you tomorrow, they will do it without losing a wink of sleep. Do not give your loyalty to an entity that cannot love you back. Give your loyalty to your own financial independence. I'm George Stelling, and this is the reality check you needed. Retirement is not an age. It is a financial number. And it's not about sitting on a beach doing nothing. That gets boring in a week. It's about dignity. It's about having the choice to work because you want to, not because you are terrified of starvation. It's about not being a burden on your children. It's about facing the end of your life with peace of mind, knowing you built something that will outlast you. If you keep relying on your salary alone, you are choosing a future of anxiety and dependence. You are choosing to be the old man greeting people at the door because he has no other option. Don't be that man. Make the choice today to break the delusion. Accept that no one is coming to save you. Execute the great pivot. Convert your labor into capital. Become an owner. The door to the vault is still open, but it is closing fast. Subscribe to the channel, and let's build your freedom brick by brick. I'll see you at the crossover.